Hello, what's up, guys? Hello. We are back, guys. We are back. Hi, I missed it, y'all. Like Wanda would say, I missed it, y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It is Sunday. Y'all know what Sunday is, honey. It is review day for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Y'all see I took my braids out? Oh my God. It took me like an hour and a half to take all them damn braids out, y'all. Oh my God. It took me about an hour and a half. And then I still had to turn around and perm my hair, y'all. Y'all. It says Cameron. Says you still doing the blackout. You ready for the review? Well, it's coming, honey. It's coming. I've been getting my show together, get my commentary together. Yes, and yes. So thank you guys for being here. Somebody said I look pretty. Thank you. It's just simple. I just pulled my hair back in a ponytail because I didn't want it all over the place. But thank you. Yes, baby. I had to take these braids. I'm gonna let my hair breathe for maybe maybe 2 weeks, and then we'll probably get it back braided up again. Because I don't like fooling with my hair. It's a lot of work. I don't. Y'all see all this hair? Yes, honey. And it's ours. Yes. Okay. Yes, we just rocking a pony tonight. Nothing special, honey. Nothing special. Okay. Yes. Let's get on with our show, honey. All right. So the hair is giving. Yes, God. And it's healthy. Y'all see it's healthy? I told y'all, hey, placenta conditioner. I've been using it for years. Somebody said I washed my hair today too. Placenta conditioner. That's what you got to use on it. All right. Keep them ends clipped. Keep that. Don't put a lot of heat on your hair. Placenta conditioner. That's what I use on my hair. I use it faithfully. And it keeps my hair looking. See how silky it looks? And yeah, honey. Yes, it's healthy. All right. So let's get going with the show. All right. So we're at episode 6. Season 6, episode 20. I'm sorry. Season 6, episode 20. Okay. Thank you. Say you look beautiful as always. Thank you, sweetheart. All right. Sex, Lie, and Videotapes is the is the title of this show. Where you get it at any beauty supply store, or you can order it from Amazon. Okay. Placenta conditioner. Okay. You can get it in extra strength or just a regular kind. I always do extra strength because I like that boom. All right. Let's get on with the show. All right, so the episode picks up where it left off, you guys, with Broke Tail Holt, honey, going off to Fred and Chris Fletcher, all right, about the Scots not appreciating him and Melody and what they've done for them, okay? Y'all know they are so... Oh, I can't take Tisha more so. All right, so Martel, honey, says that when we started show, says that we're going to bring you in and show you the same thing that Holt does. Then you was going to buy me out. And that's what happened. So he's explaining to Chris Fletcher and Fred how he came about fooling with the Scots and how he put them on, okay? So he was like, put some respect on our names, okay? He said, and everything that you got now, he said, you wouldn't be able to touch it if it wasn't for us being friends to you and your family. This is Martel going off. He is pissed. He is mad. He's slapping his hands. He's going off. He says, that's why I don't like fake people. And I'm like, okay, you kind of fake too, Martel, but okay. He says, don't forget it. He says, don't forget that it can be taken away from you in many ways. He said, God don't play and I don't play either. I was like, okay, how God get in this? But okay, Martel, how you gonna put the Lord up in this? The Lord ain't got nothing to do with this. All right. So my thing is this is what I have to say about it. Martel, like you are in the same boat. All right. The same thing you're saying about the Scots, I can say the same about you in terms of how Mel kind of brought you out of the projects, honey, and paid for you to finish school, okay, after you dropped out, and then ran a business while you cheated and messed up the money, giving money to your side chicks, tricking off the money, honey. And you ran out and got a whole baby from a non-working auntie-faced heathen, okay, who you allowed to disrespect your ex-wife, okay? And you didn't appreciate what was given to you. So you might want to go ahead and pop that pipe down, Martel. You kind of did the same thing that the Scots is doing to you. And now you can't take it that you done ran out here and got you a whole auntie face heathen and then knocked her up and was, shooting the money over there to her that Melody Cherie was bringing in. So you kind of indirectly weren't appreciating her for what she was doing for you. So now you see how it feels for it to be done to you. Now that you feel that the Holts are doing this to you. Okay. So Martel went on to say, don't forget how you started, okay, and how you came up. All right. And I was like, and same thing for you, Martel, the very same thing, okay. He says, I don't like any kind of disrespect when people that you helped out, as well as friends, don't appreciate you, okay. And like I said again, how you think Mel felt having to dissolve Holt and Holt when that was a whole $1 million company, that was $1 million business. How you think she felt about giving away her business like that after she worked so hard because you couldn't keep your slang in your pants? Like, how you think she felt about that? The same could be said about you. So then Martel goes into confessional and he says that I'm gonna have a conversation with Marceau. He says that we've been cool for some time. He says, and we know how each other move, obviously, because y'all do the same shit. He says that a conversation could be had, but I don't want the fakeness and all that talking. He says that I just want the real truth, and that's just it. All right. The thing with Marceau and Martel is the two of them cannot fall out for a very long time because they know each other's secrets. Martel is the type of person, when you piss him off, kind of like a female, he has female tendencies. When you piss Martel off, Martel is going to tell your shit. Just know it. If you're friends with Martel, Martel is not going to hold on to your stuff. Marceau knows that. So whenever they fall out, he hurry up and go back and make things right with Martel because he knows that his mind, his wheels are spinning, and it's just a matter of time before he starts talking, because that is always his get back. Look at how he did Melody when he and Melody fell out and got divorced. He was trying to tell all her shit. All of a sudden, she was 304. Martel goes for the jugular when you piss him off, and Marceau knows that. And I feel like Marceau is just a little bit afraid of Martel because, one, you already know he had to get a restraining order on him once. Y'all know that. Y'all remember Marceau went and got a restraining order on Martel because he was scared. Martel was threatening him. So he was, oh, I feel for my life. I got to get a restraining order. Okay, but then stop talking so much shit then. Okay, those be the ones. I always run into the popo. Marceau is a little popo hoe out here. That's what it's giving. But let's move on. Okay, Martel says, I'm 41 years old and I don't play with, he said, and don't play with me. That's it. Okay, referring to Marceau. What difference does it make how old you are? Don't play with me at any age. Shit. He says, and don't act like a friend if you ain't gonna be a real friend. But really, y'all not real friends. Okay, y'all just two motherfuckers that's just holding each other's secrets because y'all done a whole lot of dirt, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that Tisha don't need to know about that you know about, that Marceau have done. So you're going to sit on that until the opportune time, and then you're going to talk about it like any other BAN would do, Martel. So I wouldn't say that you're real friends, because real friends don't be on that type of bullshit to be sitting on stuff and can't wait to tell it on somebody when they piss you off. Okay, moving on. So Chris Fletcher sarcastically says, I Mayweather, like he about to go out here and box somebody. And then they all laugh. Fred, Martel, and Chris Fletcher, they bust out laughing after he said, all right, Mayweather. Okay, so then they kind of dap each other. Martel gets ready to leave because he says he has to go pick his children up, the girls up, from getting their hair done. And he says to Fred that we may be able to rent the house out or sell the house out before 3 months. And I'm just like, yeah, this is the same house that the city stopped work on from Martel. Okay, somebody said my hair is fire. Thank you, but it's just a ponytail. It's just a ponytail. Okay, but thank you. But my thing is this, but why is Martel building a house when he is homeless? That's the funniest shit to me. Why are you putting so much emphasis in this house and you talking about you want to rent it out or sell it when you don't even have a place to stay? I would think if you're building this home, maybe this is something, if you're investing in it, maybe this is something that you should look into maybe owning, if you're going to put this much work and attention into, because you don't have a permanent place to stay. And this moving around every few months, that's not really giving a permanent residency for you and your children to stay in. So why are you building a home to say, oh, I'm going to sell it, or I'm gonna rent it out? It's just stupid to me. It just seems real, I don't know, hell, if it were me, I would be looking into trying to own the home, but whatever. Next scene, honey. Next scene is Letitia May, honey. Letitia May is at her manager's friend's house with her daughters, honey, Macy and Mildew, to work on packaging their Canvas beauty line. That's what I'm gonna call it. Okay, Tisha says that they finally launched the Macy and Mildew, which is what I call it. Okay, first set of products. All right. So they're going to pack the products up. Okay, they're going to pack the orders up. Tisha says via confessional that she's been working on it for the past 4 or 5 years. Bullshit. It's already been out. This is a replica of Canvas Beauty. Okay. I was like, girl, the lies. I was like, Candy Birds, the lies, girl, the lies, girl. All right. So then she says that they had 175 orders to package according to Tisha. I mean, I would like to see some paperwork on that because I don't believe it, but it is what it is. I mean, that's all. Is that all the T Squad is giving over there? 175 orders? Because we already talked about what Melody was doing in a whole week. So you're going to need to get your game up over there, sis, if you're trying to be competing with Mel. That's probably why you're mad, because you only got 175 people. And I'm going to say about 50 of them orders probably came from you and Marceau, because y'all had to put some money in it to make it look like y'all was selling something over there. I already know the gig. But let's move on. So Tisha says that y'all learning the importance, because I know she got to break every word down. Y'all is learning the importance, okay, of business. This is what she telling her daughter. She trying to talk to them about learning the importance of business. Okay. She says that when her girls get in college, she says or their dad's age, that they will be unstoppable, honey, because they're going to be in business, child. Her daughter said that she is really only just wanting the money. I said, see, that's that fraud from your daddy coming out in you right there, okay? You got that fraud spirit from your daddy, okay? I was like, yeah, y'all gonna be writing mom and dad in prison, them good old prison letters, because y'all know your parents stay stealing out here, okay, and doing dirty business. So I hope that y'all ain't getting y'all business acumen from your mama and your daddy, Macy and Mildew, all right? That's a little message out to y'all. All right, so like I said, that oldest one, Macy says that she just wants the money, honey. That's the same shit that Marceau said. I don't really care about e-commerce or anything. I just want the money. I said, ain't that the same shit that he said? It's looking like y'all passing them fraudulent ways on down to the next generation over there. But let's move on. So Tisha says, honey, she says that it's gonna be a minute till you see a return. I said, girl, it's a return. Return, retard. Okay, damn. It's going to be a return on your money, not return, child. So by that time, Marceau walks in, okay? Marceau walks in while they're actually packaging the product, okay? He gives Tisha a side church hug, honey, because y'all know he ain't got no romance over there, child. Side church hug. I wish my husband would. I'd be like, boy, we don't do those church side hugs up in here. So Marceau then greets the girls and Tisha's manager named Angela, who is also there helping them with the products, okay? Marceau, he's, of course, checking on the girls and their first business thing, and he says that he wants to make sure that the girls understand, okay, that it's business. Now, you can't make somebody else understand something that you don't understand, Marceau, okay? I heard the deposition. Hell, we already did a live on it. You were undecided about everything. You don't really know anything about business, but now you're trying to sit your girls down and talk to them the importance of business and how it's ran when you don't really know. But let's continue. So he came in pretty much to take over and order everybody around, which kind of irritated Tisha a little bit, okay, because she was trying to kind of set the girls up to get this little assembly line going to where one person was going to put, you know, the product in the bag, the next person was going to put the card in, the next person going to seal it up. Tisha was going to go put it over on the couch and then right back, you know, to the next thing. So Marceau comes in and he asks if that's their setup. Okay, is this y'all setup? Is this how y'all doing this? This y'all setup? This is how he comes in, like he trying to run shit. Okay, and then he asks, okay, what are you guys doing? Actually, what are you guys doing? Tisha, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? So he goes down the line asking everybody what they're doing. Tisha explains to Marceau what each person will be doing. So Marceau then starts to explain how business should be. And then the girls, they kind of looking like, we don't want to hear this shit. We just want to put this stuff in the bag so we can get the hell on. We don't want to hear this, daddy. Okay. Like your ass got here late anyway. We've been working. Sit it down. That's the kind of look they gave, especially the oldest one. She was just like, she gave that face. All right, so then Marceau says, all right, let's get an assembly line. He says, while Tisha tells him about the 175 orders that they've received, he was like, okay, let's get this assembly line going. So he's trying to tell them how to get this done. All right, so Marceau wanted to know who is coordinating the orders. And the girls, of course, they left the room talking about they taking a break. I don't blame y'all. They were like, we ain't here for this shit. We don't want to hear that. All right, so the Marceau says that you're not actually driving then, are you? Okay, talking about the girls. So then Tisha says, if we make it, says you're not actually driving them, meaning the girls, meaning you're not pushing them in terms of teaching them about the business. So then Tisha says, if we make it too hard, then they're not going to enjoy the process, okay? So Marceau says that you can't take baby steps backwards, though. So then Tisha says, it's all about execution. She meant to say execution. It's all about execution. I was like, okay, girl. I want Tisha to get off on with all these damn overpronounced words. Like, it's giving too much, sis. Like, I'm tired of putting on my closed caption when I watch the show. Like, for real, for real. I'm tired of watching Love and Marriage Huntsville in closed caption when Tisha get up there and start talking. This shit's getting on my nerves, all right? So Marceau then tells Tisha, he says that this is their company, that we're making mini moguls. Oh, okay, because y'all ain't adult moguls yet, but all right. He says that they've got to experience business and just taking pictures because instead of just taking pictures because mom said so. Okay, so he's trying to downplay what Tisha is doing because he feels like he can do it so much better. So everything he do is just so right, and everything that everybody else do is so wrong. Y'all know Marceau has that mentality, okay? So then Tisha says that Macy is more interested in the money. So I'll let her be more involved in looking at the account. And I was like, she gonna look at that bitch and ain't nothing gonna be in there because y'all gonna rob your own kids blind. Hell, y'all take it from everybody else. She gonna look at the books and be like, damn, we started from the bottom, mama, and we're still here. That's what it's gonna give. We started from the bottom, mama, and it's looking like we're still there. Now, I thought we had 175 orders. Where in the fuck is our money? That's what she gonna be saying to y'all. Catch that tea. Moving on, Marceau then says, Macy wants to be right there in it. I said, She gonna be in it, all right. So then Tisha goes on to say that she's going to be your right-hand girl. I was like, I don't know if that's a good idea there, girl. I don't know if that's a good idea for her to be the right-hand girl. All right, because we know the type of shit that your husband be indulging in. But let's move on. I was like, yeah, go to teach her your fraudulent ways, fraud. So, okay, go ahead and do that. Marceau then goes on to say that it can't be all about money in business, okay? He says money is the product in business. But I was like, but didn't you just tell Melody Cherie in the last episode, that Mel, okay, that he don't really care about e-commerce, that he just only cares about the money? So how is it now that you're saying that it's not all about, that it can't be all about money in business and that money is the product in business? So now it's looking like you are backtracking and you're kind of contradicting yourself because you told Mel that you don't care about nothing but the money. You don't care nothing about the money. That's what you told her in the last episode. If my memory serves me correct, and very seldom do I forget shit. So let's move on. Tisha then goes on to say, well, unless you're part of the Black Business Expo. So now they're talking about the Black Business Expo again, which I'm sick and tired of talking about it, okay? She said they discussed the expo and that she feels that there was a lot of negative feedback at the meeting. So Tisha was feeling like it was a lot of negative feedback at the meeting in terms of the expo. Marceau then tells her, nah, I kind of disagree. Tisha kind of looks at him like, what? And she kind of looks at him real crazy. Marceau then says that all the things in terms of feedback, that you didn't like, he says they were actually going to be corrected. Okay, so he was like, yeah, don't be so quick to jump on the bandwagon to say that everything that everybody was saying was just negative, because y'all know Tisha don't like nobody telling her shit. She don't like feedback. She don't like anything. Okay, she don't like nobody telling her shit. So anything that you tell Tisha, she automatically shuts down and put that wall up, and she feels like you're trying to check her when really you're trying to give her constructive criticism to make her better. And where she get that from, I'll give y'all one guess. You got it. All right, Marceau then goes on to say that everything in this world is designed. Y'all know we always got a speech from him, okay? Everything in this world is designed to match energy. So for every action, it's an opposite reaction, okay? He says that when you come in a room and you walk up and don't speak and fake like you agree with people and not hug me, he says then that sets the tone for how it's going to go. He's still pressed and worried and are mad about Stormy, honey, not giving him any attention in the town hall meeting. Y'all remember Stormy came in and she left him hanging. He put his hand out and his arm out to like give her a little hug or, you know, a dap or whatever. She was just like, boy, bye. So she wasn't fooling with him and he's still pressed about it. But then when he went in his little confession, he was trying to be real smart, be a smart ass, like he didn't care. But now that you're talking about it on the next episode, further lets me know that you are still pressed, like you just left the cleaners about her not giving you any type of attention, okay? Why is that? You're acting real moist again there, Marceau, okay? You're giving moist again, like we talked about last week. You're acting real moist. Who gives a fuck if she don't hug you or dap you up or shake your hand, okay? You want all that attention from a female, you need to be looking at your wife to do that. Or some of your sister wives, because we hear you got quite a few. Moving on. Marceau then states, he says, I start talking, then you have these interactions and smart remarks, okay? And then my energy changes, okay, towards you a bit. He's still talking about Stormy and how she approached him, okay? But my thing is this. Marceau takes no accountability, okay, of the fact that he threw most of the jabs at everyone. Plus, then he turns around and plays victim like he didn't do anything. And then he turns around and feel like he can disrespect other people, but nobody can say anything to him. My thing is, he is still pressed about what Stormy said to him and how it was said, because he's not used to being checked by a woman. Anything that he says to Tisha or any other woman in his vicinity, Tisha don't check him, and he feels like he can get away with that with somebody like Tiffany. Somebody like Tiffany ain't gonna check him. She's just gonna kind of give him funny looks. But when it comes to Stormy, Stormy gives him a run for his money, and he can't take it. He can't take it. Marceau don't like strong-minded women. That's why he keeps Tisha so weak. That's why he keep her weak. She wants to be strong, and she got a mouth. We've heard her snap off and go off, okay? But she won't have that same energy with him. She is like a child when she's around Marceau. So anytime she tries to check him, he gonna send her ass upstairs like he did 3 seasons ago. It won't with 3 stairs, but she went up there. Let's move on. Production rolls tape back to Stormy calling Marceau a bitch, okay? And Marceau calling Stormy and Courtney Mr. and Mrs. Steele. See the disrespect? You already know that Stormy's last name is Steele, okay? But then you try to be a smart ass, and then when she pop off and say some slick shit to you, all of a sudden your feelings hurt. Well, guess what? Stay in them. Tisha then says, she tells Marceau that she and Stormy met up at Black about the town hall meeting and how the meeting went with them, okay? Marceau, his face kind of looks, he kind of goes into Grinch mode. Y'all know anytime he kind of looks stupid, I say he looks like the Grinch, okay? So he starts making faces like he wasn't for Tisha meeting up with Stormy. Like, what y'all meeting up for? What y'all meeting up for? Okay. Like the little moist little female that he is. Okay. Let's give him moist vibes. All right. Tisha then says that Stormy agrees that you and her was poking at one another. Okay. And that she called you out of your name. All right. Production then rolls tape again on Tisha telling Stormy that it was very disrespectful how she called Marceau a bitch. And then Stormy then says that, would you like for me not to do that? Okay. And Tisha says, yes. So then Stormy says, if it bothers you, then I won't say it again. She says, I'll work on it. She says that I come from a family where everything is real rah-rah. She says, and I've been a bitch since I was 4. I was like, let's dial that back to about 9 months, girl. You missing some years there, all right? You've been a bitch since you was 4. I'm gonna say dial that on back a few months, a few years there, all right? So then Marceau then says, no grown woman is gonna call you a bitch in a meeting without the extreme desire for you to react. Well, Stormy did. Stormy did, and it's looking like you still pressed and or mad and or in your feelings about that thing, okay? But then again, Marceau, you called yourself a bitch, because right after Stormy called you a bitch, you turn around and say, oh yeah, I am a bitch. I am a bitch, I am. So what's it given, sir? You don't want her to call you a bitch, but you call yourself one. So maybe you are agreeing to the fact that you really are what she called you. All right. Marceau then says that the last thing I'm going to give her is the satisfaction of a reaction, but you did that. But you did it out of her presence, because you went into confessional right after she did it to voice how you felt, okay? Because you didn't want to look like the bitch ass ninja that you were in front of her and in front of everybody else, to show how you really felt, and the fact that she stung your ass and let you know that you really think you are. Now, now you're going to sit in your confessional, because they go back into confessional again with Tisha, and you're going to vocalize how so brokenhearted you was, honey. You was over there like Brandy and Wanye, honey, brokenhearted about Stormy calling your ass a whole bitch out here. Well, you know you are. You know you give off bitch ass nigga vibes. You know that. Thank you so much, Venice Rankin. Thank you so much, dear. I appreciate the super chat. All right. You sitting over there like Brandy and Wanye on your brokenhearted. You were brokenhearted. You were. That's what it was giving. So then Tisha says, well, I told her that clearly that it was disrespectful, okay? Well, somebody needs to disrespect his ass, okay? Somebody needs to disrespect Marceau, because he's always disrespecting everyone else, and he can't take it when that shoe is put back on his ass, all right? Or up his ass. That's where it needs to be, all right? But my thing is, Stormy ain't scared of you either, Tisha. I think this Tisha's a little scared of Stormy. So she's going to always kiss up to her because she needs her. I already said that Macy and Mildew product line is straight from Canvas Beauty. So you got to kiss a little ass when it comes to Stormy because you don't want that snatched away from you. We talked about that before. When you're doing business with people, you can only go but so far with them. So you got to kiss up and make up. Even if Marceau doesn't, Tisha, you do because it's something that you need from Stormy. And if she snatches that from you, you really don't have anything else. Okay, let's move on. Marceau says, at no time did I bring up anyone's gender. He says that it was never a time I ever held a woman back or said what they couldn't do in business. And I said, bullshiggity. Newsflash, you've been holding Tisha back since the two of you have been married. For you to sit there and say, I've never held a woman back in terms of, yes, you have. Yes, you have. You make Tisha go to school and get all these degrees so it can benefit you, so you can look like the boss versus her stepping out as a woman that you say is a businesswoman. You call her a businesswoman behind the scenes, but you will not allow her to act as that because you are afraid that she's going to be bigger and better and smarter and get more recognition than you. And you have bitch ass ninjas out there like that try to hold their woman back and only want you to do just the mediocre because that kind of diminishes who they are as a man. Which means that you, Marceau, it means that you have some insecurities in terms of who you are as a man. If you cannot allow your woman to be who she is. And that's the problem here. Tisha, you've allowed your husband to muzzle you so that he can be the loudest in your relationship and you have no words. Watch Tisha when they're in meetings. Look at Tisha in the town hall meeting. She didn't say anything until she heard that Marceau went and had lunch with Melody. She didn't feel compelled to say anything. But after that, you were saying, oh, everybody's saying this. Everybody's this. You had so much to say to Marceau after the fact, but you had nothing to say in the meeting. You weren't compelled to give your 2 cents until Melody spoke, and then it made you feel like this. So now you're trying to inflate your ego by trying to say something to her when it only shrunk you back down because you can't come up against a boss like that. You can't come up against somebody who know they shit like that. You can't come up against somebody who tried to give you the blueprint that you stole. That stung, didn't it? She gave you the blueprint and you stole it and still fucked it up. How is that? We'll continue though. Tisha then goes on to say that this is an uncomfortable position because she's even asked me, what can I do to calm Marceau down? Okay. When he's poking, okay? Then production kind of rolls tape on Stormy and Tisha at Black meeting up about Marceau, okay? Tisha tells Stormy, she says that I don't want neither one of y'all disrespecting each other, okay? Stormy then says that when he's being sassy, can you bring him down? And Tisha says, yes, I will. Bitch, you cannot bring him nowhere. Because when he being sassy to you, what do? You get quiet, okay? That's your go-to. You get an attitude and roll your eyes and be quiet because if you don't, there are repercussions behind that. We won't talk about them though. We won't say it over here, but we know what it is, child. We know what it is. All right. But yeah, so you're gonna be checked, honey. You're gonna be checked versus checking him. You ain't checking Marceau. You can tell Marceau shit. Marceau runs that house. He run you. He run everything else. In turn, your business, and that's why y'all asses in court now. Okay, the only thing you get to run is up them stairs when he tell your ass to go. That's the only thing Tisha running is up them stairs. I'm sorry to say it, and I don't mean to go there. The only thing Tisha running that house is up them stairs. That's it. We can go here. Okay. You can be right back upstairs, honey. In that small ass bedroom, honey, with them 3 stairs going up that tiny little house, honey, with that dwarf headboard that y'all got from season 1. Okay, and that tiny little closet with them pocketbooks from City Trend hanging on the doorknob. All right, that's where you're gonna be. That's where you're gonna be if you try to check him. That's where you're gonna be if you try to check him. But let's move on. Oh, girl, there's a whole bunch of pocketbooks hanging up there too, child. Y'all got your whole house. Let me say this. Let me be petty for a little bit. Y'all got your house remodeled and y'all ain't did a damn thing to that closet. Y'all still hanging shit on the doorknob. Bitch, you got a new stove and a new and some new cabinets in that bitch, and you still ain't did nothing in that room, and y'all still ain't upgraded that dwarf headboard with that dirty headboard, with that dirty cloth headboard that y'all got up in there from season 1. Bitch, y'all running around here with these fake. Do I need to keep going? Y'all out here renting cars. Tisha, you out here walking around with them with your toes all jacked up and ashy and whatnot. You up there at Beyonce's concert, spending up money to go to see Beyonce, honey, who we all know is a full-fledged millionaire out here. But you not so much. But you can't spend that money on getting you a new headboard. I'm tired of seeing it. Like, I'm tired of seeing that headboard, that brown one with the grease stains on it. Okay, from Coming to America, y'all remember when they got up from that chair and them 3 grease stains were back there where the family sat down on the couch. That's what that shit gave me. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. Moving on though. Woo, child. So Tisha and Marcel, honey, they discuss poking the bear. Let's continue, child. Tisha and Marcel discuss poking the bear. Marcel says that going forward that I'll do it again. Okay, and that's the exact same thing. He said, and I'll do the exact same thing. See, that's why you keep getting your ass towed up and cussed out. Okay, you ain't had the right one yet. See, had you done that shit to Caramel, I'd have broke your ass down like a 57 Chevy. I'd have broke you down so far, sir, you wouldn't have been able to say shit no more. You'd have been mute for about 2 days after I broke that ass down. I dare you to say, oh, I'm gonna say that shit again. You'd have been called a bitch every time I see you. Every time I look at a picture of you, I'm gonna call you a bitch. That's just how petty I'm gonna be. And I'm gonna say it in the presence of your wife to let you know I mean that shit. That's just how petty I'm gonna be, because you give off bitch vibes and you need somebody to check your ass because you don't get that at home. You are married to a sourpuss, egotistical, hating ass wife who you treat like she's one of your children, who don't have a voice. And at the end of the day, Marcel, your ass need to be checked. And the next time you say that shit to Stormy, I hope she go back on her word and call you another bitch. Like, for real, for real. I really hope she do. You ain't had the right one check your ass yet, because you would never try me in that way. I promise. You need somebody that's strong-willed that don't give a hot damn about your feelings, that'll check your ass. That's what you need. Moving on, though. We that girl, though. We her. Me, she, her, all 3 of us. We that girl. Moving on. But Tisha, honey, Tisha said, so you don't care that you don't care that it's causing tension with her, with Stormy, meaning you don't care that it's causing tension. Marcel says, honestly, that's not a relationship that I value. Okay, that's not a relationship that I value. Kind of like your marriage, you don't value that either. So he's saying to you, Tisha, that he don't value the relationship with Stormy. He don't care that you friends with her, but at the end of the day, he kind of don't care, like he don't care about the marriage. Like he didn't want to marry you when y'all went to Vegas, remember? He don't value your friendships and or people that you see as value, because he don't value you and your marriage. Okay, that's what it gives me. Moving on. So Tisha says, but I like Stormy. Marcel then says, well, you can like her, okay? Meaning that I ain't changing shit and I'm going to keep trolling her or whatever. And that's just what it is. And whatever happens, just happens, okay? If you get your ass cheeks toe off, then that's just what happens. That's just what happens. I'm all the way here for it, Stormy. And I ain't even no fan of Stormy like that. But guess what? If she chew your ass off again, I'm going to be right here cheering her on. Damn sure will, because that's what you need. Next scene, honey, Kimmy and her friend Andrea sit down to catch up and talk about Kimmy and her sexual tension. I'm tired of talking about that shit too. With Maurice, honey, with Mayonnaise Maurice, okay, and trying to figure out how to fix their problem. Now, instead of me narrating this bullshit, I do have the video. I'm gonna play the audio because I don't really feel like talking about this shit. I'm tired of talking about this shit. Like, we've been talking about this shit for so damn long. Kimmy, you need a new storyline. Kimmy, you need to be off the show. Kimmy, you ain't got shit going on. Kimmy, why are you here? That's where I'm at with it. That's why I'm at. And I know I'm not the only one that's tired of Kimmy and her sorry ass excuse for being on this show. You don't have a storyline. I'm sorry you had cancer, Kimmy. But what else you got going on, sis? You talking about you selling all this real estate. Can we please stop the narrative, switch the narrative? Because I'm tired. I'm tired. Shit. I'm going to go ahead and play the video because I'm not going to narrate that bullshit. It's stupid. I'm going to let her talk to you about it, child.
Oh, maybe you're taking like a boudoir shoot or like sexy photos. I've done it and I had a great time. That's because your husband's the photographer. No, actually, and you probably had a happy ending. No, he actually wasn't a photographer. He wasn't. I hired a female to do mine.
So, but you did it for him, right? The pictures were for him.
But they were also for me, too, to a certain degree. Because doing a shoot like that can really, you feel empowered. You really do. So,
I'm open to that.
I think you should.
Read me her number so I can give her a call.
A whole sexy boudoir shoot. I think Maurice will love it. I think it'll, pardon the pun, get a rise out of him. However, I don't know if it's actually going to help me, but I'm open for anything. Now we got to get it worked out because I legit feel bad that we already are having a conversation about I don't get enough. And then I get into this little slump where you're getting less than what you already thought wasn't enough.
Now I'm trying to play therapist, which I'm not. Disclaimer.
I suggested that we go, like maybe like a sex therapist or something along that line.
Yeah, so I do think sex therapy might help. Just to kind of have a third person to kind of say, no, that's not what she said, or no, that's not what he said. Mm-hmm. It's a difference from what people say and what people hear.
Mm-hmm. I'm into any kind of therapist, premarital therapist, aftermarital therapist, crisis therapist, because I believe sometimes professionals can render a really unbiased opinion. So I feel like I'm going to try everything that she suggested.
Do you think he would listen and like take advice from the therapist? Because that plays a big part.
That's a big question. Growth. I don't know. Because in life, I feel like it's hard for Maurice to change his own personal train of thought to be open enough to move on to somebody else's. He says that he listens to a lot of things I say. Like, it may not look like it at first blush, but a lot of the decisions and choices that he's made, he says that he listens to a lot of them. But usually when we're having the actual conversation, it's like a lot of work. Like a lot of times it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So even when we were with the pre-marriage counseling lady, she gave us lots of nuggets, you know, and while we were sitting there, he would say, "Now that makes sense. When you put it that way, that makes sense."
As you guys start, painting that really clear picture of all the stuff that I'm going to have to do, I'm going to reorganize some things I'll delegate to. Without your help, I probably would have never got that done. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you, babe. And I'm looking at him like,
I've been saying that.
I know you heard me say that. I know. I said it exactly like she said it.
Been there.
There's nothing novel about what she's saying. You know what I'm saying? But by the time we get home, no, we don't incorporate all of them.
Yeah. I know you're his wife, but I think sometimes he may not even be comfortable sharing some things, with you that he may be comfortable sharing some. And he may not even realize that he's uncomfortable.
I don't disagree with a word
and
you
I
said.
wonder if, now I'm just sitting here thinking, he probably just needs to do some self-work, as y'all are doing work together. I think y'all need to do like 12 weeks. I just pulled it out in there. Where did that come from?
Thank you, Lord. Okay. Kimmy, girl, you walk around and Kiki balls is falling out all over the place, child, like you laying eggs all over the damn house. Sis, you might want to just wait until you fully heal up, okay? Let Maurice figure it out. You got two hands, all right? I'm going to say it again. You got two hands, Maurice. If you that so into it, take your ass in there, get you some videos, lock that door, and go in there and handle your business. Men do it all the time. It don't mean that you got to be all up on this girl like that. She's telling you she don't feel like it. She's trying to take all these extra steps to do stuff for Maurice, and he don't take extra steps to do shit for her. And I have a problem with that. I'm not going to go the extra mile to do stuff for you to make you feel comfortable while I be uncomfortable. Marriage is give and take. Marriage is 50-50. We talked about it before, through sickness and through health. She is sick. So at what point do you realize, Maurice, okay, that you cannot always have everything your way? Marriage is not fucking Burger King. You cannot have it your way. You can't get cheese on that shit right now because she don't feel like it. Sit your ass down somewhere. That says to me that you don't have enough stuff going on. You're not as productive as you should be if all you think about is sex. You're not productive enough. Go fix some credit, because according to them damn reviews, some people credit ain't getting done. People credit ain't getting fixed over there. You got 1 stars on your reviews over there, sir. So a great place for you to start is drive your ass on over there to Credit None and start fixing some credit. Now take your mind off all these other things that don't really mean nothing. You are an addict, sir. You need to get some therapy. Some shock therapy is a great start. Put some current to your ass so that you can come back to reality. You need some of that right there on your ass. Well, you like this here. You need some of that. Damn. Oh. They irk me. Like, I really want them off the show because I'm tired of this shit. Like, y'all storyline is really getting ran into the ground, like, for real. There's nothing else that we want to hear about this. Y'all done talked about this until I am done. Like, I'm so done. I really wanted to fast forward this shit, but we're gonna move on. I ain't talking more about it. Kimmy, get rid of Maurice. That will help you. That will fix the problem, getting rid of Maurice. Okay, you had to have this clown, and now you see him and embarrass the fuck out of you on national television, and he keeps doing it. He has no respect for you, and you had to have him. And now you see you ain't got shit over there. It's sad. You fought so hard to have him. Then hopped your old ass in his DMs, and now he disrespecting you. All he want to do is jump up and down on you like a trampoline. Oh, I said I was never going to let him go over a week without having it with your country ass. Sit your ass down, Kimmy. She get on my nerves. They say, oh, I don't feel beautiful anymore. I don't have any hair. Bitch, you got about 48,000 bundles of wigs back there. Go put one on, have a Coke and a goddamn smile. And get off our TV with this bullshit. We're over it. Does that mean, y'all? Does that mean have a Coke and a goddamn smile and get off our TV? Because we're sick of it. We're sick of you. We're sick of mayonnaise Maurice. We're sick of y'all. All right, moving on, child. Whew. Let me check my blood pressure. All right, Lord, bring it back down, Lord. All right, next scene. Next scene is Tisha and Marcel, honey. They're doing a photo shoot for their Bet on Black event that's coming up. Somebody said exactly. Oh my God. Okay. Now, this is the particular show that got canceled. I remember like yesterday when they announced it on social media. Okay. Because it was told to the city that they were going to be gambling at said event. So the city came to shut this particular event down. They had flyers going on. They talked about it. They was advertising it everywhere. They were trying to get people to come out. This was around the same time that they had this Every Child Needs a Home bullshit foundation where they only raised $150. They were trying to raise money. I said, okay, how are you connecting Every Child Needs a Home with a gambling scene? Like, that does not go together. When you are talking about Every Child Needs a Home, it needs to be something child related. So the fact that you would try to coincide the both of those together in terms of trying to raise money, it kind of threw people off in terms of, okay, what kind of event is this to where you are trying to cater to children, but you got casino chips here? Like, nowhere in the history of nowhere do you see children in a casino. So how is it that you're putting that together and then hiking up these high ass prices to where you want people to come in and support you? Okay, we already knew what it was though. All right, so this particular event was canceled. Marcel tells Tisha to be sexy and flirty and lean forward onto the table. All right, so their manager and this other guy is there actually filming them to kind of get this little promo thing for this Bet on Black event. Okay, so Tisha, child, she's trying to be sexy, looking a hot damn mess. Girl, listen, she is doing this shit here like this. Her, he said, lean forward on the table and, you know, be sexy or whatever. Now, mind you, this is supposed to be for children. Every Child Needs a Home, Bet on Black. This is her. I was like, what the fuck? Do you gotta go pee? What's going on? You gotta go pee, Tisha? Do you gotta go use the bathroom? Because that's what it looked like he was giving. There was nothing sexy about that. There was nothing sexy about that. It was looking like you had drank way too much water and you had to go to the bathroom and you had to go like right now. That's what it gave. There was nothing sexy about that. But moving on. Okay, Tisha was looking all slow and lost when Marcel kind of walked over to kind of show her how to lean into the camera. So he was trying to show her how to be sexy. Now, how is it that your man got to show you how to be sexy? Well, he is a girl. He got legs, hips, and breasts. So I can see that. I can kind of see that. He is kind of moist. He's moist. So yeah, I can kind of see that. I can see how that can happen. So Marcel then says to Tisha, Tisha, you got to be like you're flirting with me. I was like, oh shit, this about to be all day. I would have been like, could, because y'all already know that shit don't happen. Okay, you gotta set your alarm girl away so that you can please your man. You already said that. But so Marcel says, try not to look like a housewife. I was like, well, that's what she is. Okay, so she up there on this shit trying to be sexy. I said, girl. Somebody give her ass a muscle relaxer, girl, because you is real stiff up there, sis. You is stiff up there on this shit right here. Like this Tisha. said, what the fuck is going on here? Girl, you looking like you done took an edible up there, girl. It's giving edible, Tisha. It was not giving sexy. It was giving edible, girl. It's looking like you took about 5 edibles standing up there on this shit right here. I was like, girl. Anywho, moving on, child. Child, just get one of your sister wives to get up there. All right. Call one of your sister wives. It don't matter which one. Call one of them up there and child, let them do the scene for you because you was not giving what it need to be given, honey. No, you were not. Maybe call up the girl, honey, that they were talking about last season at the reunion that was giving the ass shots to Marcel on his phone. She could do it. Because she was giving face, she was giving body, yada, yada, like she was being sexy because he done told her, look, this is a midday surprise. So, hey, let her come on up there and give him another midday surprise, a midday work surprise. Because you weren't giving what you need to give. Tisha said, well, I don't flirt. I don't know how to do that. I was like, girl, wait, no. So what you doing up there then? Okay. So then Marcel sends Tisha's manager, Angela, over to help her out, child, with the scene. And she didn't know what she was doing either. I said, child, two confused people, child. 2 confused people cannot help each other. Both of y'all go sit down. Go sit down. Go. All right. So then Marcel, child, tells Tisha, lean on Angela and be flirty. All right. Tisha on this shit here. Like she ain't want to do this shit. She like this. I said, what the fuck when you get Tourette syndrome, Tisha? It's giving Tourette syndrome. Why are you on this shit right here, Tisha? It's looking like you are giving Tourette syndrome. There's nothing sexy about Tourette syndrome, girl. The fuck? So, child, it got worse, y'all. It got worse. It got so much worse. I promise you. Okay. Tisha looks so damn stupid standing up there. Okay. Marcel said, God darn it, Tisha. Like even he got frustrated with her ass. Was like, just stop. Like shit, cut. He couldn't take no more. He was like, how the fuck did I meet you? Like, ugh. So Tisha yells out, I can't do sexy. It's not in my love language. I was like, bitch, you don't have a language. Let's start there. You don't have a language, okay? And the 2 of you guys are just together for business purposes. So I wouldn't even say that's love, okay? Love and language don't even need to go in the same sentence when it refers to you and Marcel. All right, just stop. I can't be sexy, girl. That was not sexy how you said it, okay? Like, first of all, you got to give eye contact. Let me school y'all. If you try to be sexy, the first thing you got to be when you're being sexy is eye contact. You got to let him know you mean that shit, okay? You didn't let him know you mean that. You can't be eye contact is not this shit here where you look like you about to, stroke out or some shit. This her. He need to see your eyes, bitch. It's looking like your eyes is rolling to the back of your head, Tisha. You got to give eye contact. You got to be on this shit here. You got to give him the eyes. You got to give him face. Y'all know women, when you try to be sexy, you got to give face. You got to give eyes, eye contact. Look at him like that, honey. That's girl. Don't child. Don't get me started in here, honey. Oh, let me check myself. All right, we good. Eye contact. Eye contact. You got to start with eye contact. Let him know. Yes, bitch, I'm running this. And what else you need? Okay. Eye contact. This is how you do it, Tisha. Let me help you. He said, be sexy. Lean into it. He said, lean into it. That's how you should have did that shit. Okay. Girl, see how, and that 2 seconds. See how I did that in 2 seconds. I just did your promo, girl. Thank me. CaramelRel75@gmail.com. You can send the information there so you can go and cut my check. All right. Moving on, child. So, well, child, I was like, child, we know you ain't sexy, Tisha. You don't do nothing sexy over there. But that makeup artist, she might could do it because we heard about her doing a little thing over there in the boom boom room. See, you got a lot of options. It's a lot of, like I said, you got a lot of options. Your makeup artist, like they said, she was kind of messing with Marcel, so she might know how to be sexy. So your makeup artist might can do it. The girl that was in Marcel's phone that was sending ass shots when he said a midday work surprise. And we just found out that he had a threesome just most recently that's coming up on the next episode. So, hey, girl, you got some options. You really didn't have to do it. You could have went on, sat on down somewhere and gonna let your sister wives do it. But go ahead, girl. Anyway, so Marcel then tells Tisha, says, we're not talking about love language. We're talking about a picture. So he just frustrated that her ass can't be sexy for him. But I was like, you already knew that, but you brought her dense ass up there anyway. All right. Tisha is a whole damn boring ass clown. She's a boring wife. Tisha gives boring wife. Somebody said, you go Rell. Tisha gives boring wife. Like, how you make 3 kids with this man? I don't know. He had to do all the work. And I can't really see him doing nothing, but I don't know. The 2 of them just give me But anyway, child. So Tisha doing all these little schoolgirl poses, child, looking like a drunk ass schoolgirl. And Marceau was just like giving nope, Tisha, no, it's not giving me what it needs to give me. All right. So they go into confessional, and Tisha says, honey, that maybe Marceau should show me how to do the flirting thing, because obviously you're good at it. I said, well, no shit. Finally, you can let us know, child, what these sister wives be giving, child. Girl, the girls be girling. It sounds like the girls be girling over there, girl. Anyway, so Marceau then says that flirting, he says flirting like being sexy, like then he starts making these stupid ass faces. I see where she get that shit from. Both of y'all asses look like y'all sleep with helmets on. Marceau sent them down this shit right here. I said, see, yeah, both of y'all sleep with helmets on because y'all asses is slow. You trying to be sexy, she trying to be sexy, both of y'all slow. It's giving remedial. It's giving broke arm to the chest remedial. That's what it gave me. Okay. Yes, God. Let me stop. It's giving special ed. It's giving y'all need a helmet on. It's giving y'all need to go sit y'all asses down because y'all slow. That's what it gave me. Okay. Broke wrist to the chest. Broke wrist to the chest. That's what it gave. All right, move on. So Tisha then tries to do the flirty faces. Like I said, she's looking a hot damn mess. And then she gives this fake laugh. All right. I was just like, can we move on from this scene, please? Child, Tisha, let's move on. They were in confessional doing this shit. I was like, production, speed it up. All right. So then, of course, Marceau looked embarrassed when she made that face. Then Marceau tells Tisha, says that put desire in your eyes. He's still trying to coach her. Put desire in your eyes. She's still on this shit. I said, Lord, if the short bus don't roll up soon and pick her up, Lord. Okay? Pick her up, Lord. If the short bus don't pull up right quick and pick up her ass. Tisha, you giving short bus. Back to the broke wrist. Back to the broke wrist to the chest again. That's what it gave again. Okay? That's all it gave me. Broke wrist to the chest. Broke wrist to the chest. All right. Tisha says, good thing I didn't have to flirt when I got you. Once again, no shit, okay? No, you slept with him and got pregnant, girl, and trapped at him, like your mama would say. You trapped at him, okay? Yes, you did. Remember, because you were pregnant when y'all got married. So, you gave up the nookie. He broke the cookie and you had gotten pregnant and whatnot. So he couldn't go nowhere because then he had to marry you or whatever. So no, you really didn't have to flirt with him because you had a trap baby. Did I say that? Moving on. Her mama gonna be so mad. Well, do we care? Let me check, see if I got any fucks. Yeah, no, we don't. Moving on, girl. We fresh out of fucks over here. Moving on, though. But Tisha, honey, like Tisha says that Tisha's idea of flirting, guys, was giving him them stupid ass eyes. And I was like, girl, y'all don't have no kind of nothing in y'all house over there. I feel so sorry for you, girl. But moving on, honey. Oh Lord, the only teddy you got in your house is probably a Teddy Pendergrass album. That's the only teddy her ass probably got up in there. The only teddy Tisha probably got up in the house is a Teddy Pendergrass album over there. That's probably it. That's all it's giving me. But moving on, child. So Marceau then says that he wants the photo shoot an event to be like a real casino. I said, oh really? But y'all just said it's supposed to be catering to the children and whatnot. But y'all still on this casino bullshit. That's why I got shut down. So then Tisha says that they should reach out to some of the business expo, some of the business owners from the expo to come and do the bet on black. Okay, you mean to take their money again? That's what it was giving. Okay, yeah, you want to reach out to them again so you can get some more of their money because you done ran off with their shit already and you trying to get a little bit more. All right. So then Tisha mentions that they've never heard of a foundation. Wait a minute. So Tisha mentions that every child deserves a place called home, to call home rather, as their foundation for struggling moms and displaced kids. Well, she didn't say displaced. I said displaced. Okay. She can't say displaced. I said that. Okay. So then she moves on because y'all remember in the deposition, he told the courts that he never built anything. So my thing is that you guys are saying that you guys are building homes for underprivileged moms that can't or that don't live in a nice place or that don't have a home. But you said in your deposition that you guys have never built anything that y'all don't build. So I'm trying to figure out where the building is coming from, and it's giving fraud. It's giving fraud. If you're doing a foundation where you're saying you're taking up money to build homes for underprivileged children who may be staying in a bad neighborhood or don't have a home, it's giving fraud when you just said in your deposition that you guys don't build. Okay, you said you never built anything ever. That's what was said in the deposition. So the money that was raised, which was only $150, because I followed that, guys. They only raised $150. Their goal was to raise $100,000. Okay, they $150,000. They only raised $150. They was like, bitch, we're not gonna give you our money because we already know what it's giving. They only raised $150. Okay, so it's looking like they create foundations in order to allegedly, and I'm saying allegedly, in order to allegedly pocket money. Okay. So Tisha says that the money will go towards kids and parents in unserved communities, okay? In unserved communities. But Tisha, you and Marcel live in an unserved community because don't y'all live across the street from a gas station? I mean, don't y'all? Do y'all not live across the street from a gas station? Yeah, and right off the highway too. And it's not in a great neighborhood from what I'm hearing, okay? It's not in a great neighborhood. So you guys lived in a very unserved community as well. So maybe y'all kind of indirectly talking about yourself, that y'all gonna be building for yourself, because that's what it's giving me. Okay. It's giving GTFOH. Get the fuck out of here with them lies. Okay. Get on out of here with them lies. You're not building for no underprivileged kids. That's why nobody supported that shit. That's why nobody believed you. That's why nobody gave no more than $150 because they knew you was on some bullshit. Y'all kept hopping y'all asses online, going over there to Bedrock, showing all them rocks where you done threw one over there and trying to tell somebody y'all have progress on the land. You going out there moving this rock from over here, from the west to the east, and you want people to believe y'all had some progress. And then you created this foundation to try to get a little bit of money, okay, the $150K to go towards this project out there, and everybody saw through your bullshit and they didn't get no money. So now we ain't heard no more from it, because this was something you were trying to say that y'all do like every week, or every year, that y'all have this kind of foundation where y'all help people. But I found it to be very suspicious that y'all did this shit around the same time that y'all was trying to get Bedrock built up over there. We ain't heard no more from that either. I'm still waiting to hear that, because Tisha and Marcel, y'all did say that by December of this year that y'all was going to be moving in y'all house. And the last time I checked, and one of my sources who live there in Huntsville, they trying to still tell me, honey, that the Flintstones are still residing out there. I mean, the Flintstones are they still living out there, is what was told to me. Yeah, Betty and Barney Rubble and all them. And they're chilling. They still running right there on them bricks out there. Yeah, ain't nobody so much as threw a 2x4 on that land. Nobody. I keep telling y'all, I want to take a person's day off from work and get a 2x4, baby, rent a truck and just throw one on the land so that I can help y'all with the lie. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to help you with the lie. I want to go rent me a truck, child, from somewhere, a moving truck or something, and just get about 3 2x4s and put in the back of that bitch and ride down there and throw it on the land so I can help y'all with the lie. Where y'all telling everybody y'all building this damn dream home. I just want to do that shit. That'll be a well-deserved day off. I promise you. I'm gonna help y'all with y'all lie, okay? If that's the last thing I do. Let's move on, child. All right, so Angela, honey, the manager, tells Marcel to kick it off. They doing this damn video, child. They doing this damn video. Do I have the thing here? Hold on. Do I? I do. All right, so let's play it.
Okay, you ready? All right, so lean on Angela. God, dog, Tisha.
It's not my love language.
We're not talking about love language. We're just talking about a picture. No. Oh, my God.
He's still trying to pose. He's still like, no.
Maybe Marcel should show me how to do the flirting thing, because obviously you're good at it.
The flirting, like being sexy, like.
I love that.
With desire in your eyes.
Oh, good that I didn't have to flirt to get you.
You did me. Hey, what you doing?
Oh, he said her pickup line to him, y'all, was, hey, what you doing? That's so sad. He said, Marcel said Tisha's pickup line when she was trying to get him was, hey, what you doing? Girl, you lame. Tisha. Oh, my God. Let's move on, though. So they're trying to do this photo shoot BS, okay, for the foundation. I'm trying to move past this, y'all, but this scene was, like, really drawn out, okay, and I'm trying to wrap it up. When Tisha says that we need some dice, I was just like, you're going in the wrong direction because it's supposed to be for children. So Angela tells Tisha and Marcel to run through the lines that they created to record them. When Tisha says that they're going to try to do it in one take, they wind up stumbling over words. Marcel was stumbling more than Tisha, and I was like, damn, I thought she was the one that couldn't talk, and it sounded like you thick tongue as well. All right, but they continue to stumble over words. Finally, they get it done. And then Tisha says, acting is real hard, that it's harder than it looks. And I was like, girl, we know, we've been watching you do some bad acting since season 1. Moving on, child. So they finally finalized and finished this damn promo where Tisha overpronunciated every damn word that came out of her mouth and sounded crazy. And I was glad the child moved on from that scene. That's it, and that's all moving on. All right, next scene is Martel and Marceau. The best part of the damn episode, okay? Martel and Marceau, they meet up at Martel's rental home where he is still squatting, you guys, okay? OMG. All right, so Marceau pulls up in another rented truck, honey, for the cameras. All right, for the camera, child. Y'all know every scene, child, he want to be seen in a different car. He want to be seen in a different car for the cameras, honey. So Marceau, child, he goes via confessional and he says last time Martel seemed a little animated, so he's going in to check on him and to sit and talk. I was like, you don't know how animated he was, baby, because he's ready to knock your damn head off. So Marceau and Martel, like I said, they can never they can never be at odds with each other. So he's going in to have a conversation to try to feel him out. He has to do that because he knows that Martel is mad at him. And if he don't check in with Martel, Martel gonna check in with everybody else, and he don't want that shit to pop off. Marceau knows how to deal with Martel. Okay, I keep telling y'all, they're gonna fall out, but it's gonna be for a short while. That's why he took his ass over there, not because he wanted to check on Martel. He wanted to see where his head was. Because when Martel is in a bad space mentally, when you done pissed him off, Martel is calculating and he's putting together his next move to tell your shit. So Marceau knows he got a lot of stuff to tell. Because the two of them hung together, and Marceau knows Martel's secrets, but the difference is Martel ain't got shit to lose, and Marceau does. Let's move on. Martel opens the door and lets Marceau in. He asks him, hey, what's up, man? Marceau then says, just busy, man. I'm building. You just said in your deposition you don't build, but okay, there's another lie. Okay, so then they go into the squatter's room. I'm sorry, the living room, and they sit down, honey, so that they can lie to each other. Okay. Marceau then tells Martel, he says that he's got one or two more deals that he's working on. Oh, okay. Is it one deal or is it two? You would know what it is. If you got one or two deals, it's either one or it's two, right? Or we're gonna lie, we're gonna do that like it's like you putting too much icing on the cake over here. So then Marceau then says that I've got a small project like an art room or something that I'm working on. I mean, is it or is it nah? What you working on? You ain't got a lot of me, Greg. Okay. The lies for me. Martel then says, oh yeah, that's what's up, man. So, you know, it's a kind of build up to what they really came there to talk about. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, that's what's up. That's good. Good job, man. That's what he telling him, knowing his ass lying. So then Marceau, like I said, he congratulates Martel on the house that he's building with Fred. Okay. Yeah, he already know what he came over there for. So he's just kind of kissing up to the ass whooping that's on the way. All right. So he's telling Martel, congratulations on the house that he's building with Fred. Like I said, that is the same house that the city stopped them building. They put a hold on it, so there's no more building on it. The house is incomplete. All right. Marceau then says that I seen you were building on the internet because y'all know this is where he stays on the internet, trolling and arguing with women and seeing what Melody Cherie is doing while he's telling her that she's not doing any legit businesses because he ain't doing nothing. So for a man who has all these projects and so busy, why is it that you have so much time to be on the internet, sir? Let's continue. Marceau then says, you brought Fletch out there. Okay, talking about out there to the workplace where Martel was with Fred. Martel then says, yeah, he was out there harassing me again. Y'all know about moving out of the house, child. So Marceau then says, oh, messy Fletch. Okay, and I was like, your ass is messy too. Marceau then tells Martel about the dinner that he had with Chris Fletcher and how Chris went back and told Melody how he talked junk about her. Martel then says, well, one of the things that I was bothered by, here it comes, because y'all already know when he heard about that, about the conversation, you already knew he was going to address it. Marceau drops his head because he already knows that his ass is about to get chewed off. All right, y'all know that look he gives when he knows that he about to be read down to the ground, baby. This is Marceau. That head go down. So Martel then says, you know, if Melody wanted to speak, that she would have spoke, right? He says, so don't make it seem like you're the reason that she didn't speak. He says that you know that she can speak well and that she has been a staple in the community. He says the community knew Martel and Melody and we were killing it, okay? He says that's enough for anyone to get on stage and talk, okay? And my thing is this, Martel, they knew Melody for her speaking engagements, okay? And they knew you for standing up there and soaking up all her clout. That's what you were doing. You didn't speak. Even when she gave you the opportunity to speak, you didn't speak. Hell, you didn't even speak at the expo. When they gave you the opportunity, you flunked out on it and went and grabbed the mic trying to act like you was Mari Povich and ran your ass out to the audience trying to take questions. Nobody asked you to do that. So you did that to avoid talking about your own shit because it won't do nothing. You didn't have nothing to talk about, and you were scared to speak and talk that shit in front of Mel because you knew she knew what it was. You already knew. You're not a person who can speak and run a business and even sell a business. You couldn't do that in front of Mel because she was sitting there looking at you and you didn't want to look like a fool. So you chose to try to be Mari Povich and run out. So what's the next question that you have? Hi, what's your name? What's the next question that you have? You was on that stupid bullshit. All right. So, but you didn't want to speak then. So it is what it is. So stop using Melody in terms of trying to speak up for her when you didn't really speak up for her when you needed to. You spoke of her, and now you're trying to take up for her every time somebody has something to say about her when you talk the most shit about her. That's what I don't understand about Martel. I don't understand that about Martel. Anytime somebody else says something about Melody in a negative way, he want to jump in like he's super saver hoe. Here you go with your cape on, flying in somebody else's damn business when it pertains to Mel. But you talked the most shit about her. You taking her to court. You called her 304. You made up all kind of lies about this woman. But as soon as somebody says something about her in business, now here you come, super saver hoe. Ain't nobody asked you to. But let's continue. So while Martel and Marceau were talking, Chris Fletcher calls Martel on the phone. Okay. Chris Fletcher calls Martel and Martel puts Chris Fletcher on speakerphone, okay, while they're talking. Chris says, I just want to let you know that I'm outside, Martel, okay? Martel says, okay. He was kind of nervous, like he didn't know if Fletcher was coming there to put his ass out. That's the look he was giving. So he says, okay, you coming in or you going to sit out there for a little bit? Like, nigga, I'm coming in. What you thought this was? So Chris Fletcher, he talked to him like he was Uber. Like, nigga, no, you Uber. Well, he ain't gonna sit outside like he Uber, nigga, you Uber. Anyway, so Chris then says, well, I'm out here putting my sign, my for sale sign in the yard here. Martel's whole facial expression changes. Okay. They put the camera on Marceau. Marceau was like, oh shit. So then Martel says it, why you putting a for sale sign out? He says, I thought that the house was sold already. He says, now I got to move out. Like, nigga, you knew you were supposed to move out a whole month ago. All right. So Chris was like, no, sir. Okay. So Martel is looking all crazy. And then Marceau gives this Grinch look that he always gives when he starts to look crazy as well. So then Chris says it's sold already to the first couple, and so he was getting ready to go into the details of what was going on with the house, in which Martel, he didn't want everybody to hear that. He was like, nigga, you on speakerphone, let me cut this off real quick, and the cameras are rolling, okay? Because Chris was getting ready to go into full detail about the situation in terms, because y'all know Martel is still squatting. He's supposed to been out, all right? So one, I feel like Martel, he ain't packed shit in the house, so he has no intentions of moving. Two, I feel like Chris is moving forward with getting Martel out of the house, and Martel knows that. Three, I feel like Chris Fletcher should have went down there and Ben got the sheriff's office to come and get Martel out of that house. You cannot have business and friendship. It cannot be linked in the same way. You just can't. You cannot put friendship over business. This is your money. You're a real estate agent. When you're trying to sell a home, you can't have somebody that's your friend still up in the house and won't get the hell up out of there. Martel knew he had to move. He ain't moved nothing. He still got that section that he took out of he and Mel's house still sitting there. You ain't packed no clothes. You ain't packed no furniture. You ain't packed nothing. And Chris is going to see that when he come in the house. The house is the same way it was when Chris Fletcher was last over there. So Martel has no intentions of moving when you just told him last episode that you had a place and couldn't move there for the next 2 weeks. But 2 weeks have come and gone and you're still in this house, which lets me know that was a lie. You was lying for the cameras because you didn't want to look stupid. So Martel, he then hangs up and he goes to the door to let Chris Fletcher in, and he's kind of irritated. Okay. Martel, with Martel kind of playing with him about this house situation. He's trying not to kind of go there with Martel. You can tell Chris is a little irritated at the fact that Martel is still staying there and playing with him and using him because he's his friend. All right. So Chris is at the door. Martel is acting like nothing happened. He kind of says to Chris, what's up, brother? Like, nigga, you know what's up. You supposed to be out of here. Okay. Then he kind of daps Chris and he's smiling like he playing in his face. And I don't like nobody like that. Don't play in my face when you already know what's up. You're supposed to been out. Okay. Chris, he comes in. Martel kind of looks outside and he says, let me see this sign. Let me see your sign. Okay. Trying to be smart because he knows it's getting serious now. When the sign is in the yard, your ass got to hurry up and get up out of there. So Chris said, yeah, it's out there. Like, yeah, nigga, it's there. I put it out there. So then Martel says, I thought it was sold, dog. He says, how much more time I got? Chris said, none. Like, nigga, you ain't got no more time. You supposed to been out. So Martel says, via confessional, he says that Chris is petty for, he said that Chris is putting a sign up in the yard, in his client's yard. He said, and it's cool with me. He says that I got to find me a place to go. And I'm not leaving until I find me a place to go, you know. And I would have, oh, Lord, he played too much. He says, as long as I keep paying, you know, that it shouldn't be too much of an issue. It doesn't work that way, Martel. For somebody who works in property preservation with Melody, for somebody who worked doing properties and had rental properties as well, you already know how the process works. Just because you're month to month, it doesn't mean that you continue to stay when there's already a contract on this house and they have to show this house. They have to clean the house. They got to have people coming in and out of the house to show the house. You cannot continue to stay there because you are paying. Chris Fletcher already told you 2 weeks ago you're supposed to have been gone. I would have had the sheriff come there and physically removed him, and he would have had to give me my keys that day. And whatever you don't get out of there that day is going to go into storage, or we're going to have a yard sale. Just because you continue to play with me. That's the type of stuff you need to be on with Martel, because Martel does not live by rules or regulations. Martel feels that he can do what he wants to do when he wants to do it on Martel's time. But if Chris Fletcher don't hurry up and put his foot down or put his foot up Martel's ass and go ahead and get the sheriff or somebody to come on and move him up out of there, he'll stay another month because he doesn't feel he has to move. Moving on. Chris comes in. He sits down between Martel and Marceau. Marceau then tells Chris, he says, I was just telling Martel how we had lunch and that you went back and misconstrued everything, okay? Kristen says that we came back and misconstrued everything. That's what he's saying to Marceau. So Marceau says that that he didn't tell them how I actually laughed when I said everything. So he was trying to say that what he said about Melody was a joke, when that's a lie. You were throwing subtle shade. You were hating, as you always do, on anybody who is doing well or doing better than you in business. That is how Marceau does. He only comes for somebody who's doing better than him because he ain't doing shit. Have y'all noticed that about Marceau? He had a problem with Chris Fletcher as well. He tried to diminish Chris Fletcher's business in terms of him being a real estate agent, and even his wife, who's been in business for 30 years of having her own daycare. Okay, he tried to do that as well. Anybody that's doing something more than him, he tries to do it with Melody Cherie. You already know she sold thousands and thousands and thousands of orders, but you won't give her that credit because you ain't doing shit. You are being sued for $5.5 million in fraud and misrepresentation. So anybody that's doing better than you, you're not going to give them the credit because you lack what you're looking for. Boom, I said it. All right, so Chris says we came back and misconstrued everything. And Marceau tried to act like he was saying what he said and kind of laughed it off as a joke when it was not a joke. Marceau then says that I was talking about the t-shirt business. All right. Chris says, no, we asked, so why are you guys not paying for the speakers? Okay. So he goes into that. Marceau's eyes kind of looks like his eyes start dancing all over the place and he looking crazy. He then pulls out his phone and then he's kind of texting somebody, probably a female. Okay. He's probably texting a side chick. So while Chris is talking to him, his attention is taken away to whoever's in his phone because he is then texting. I'm sorry, guys. He's then texting whoever's in his phone. Marceau says that I want to make sure that when we're talking to people without a platform, that we're in a position to have a platform because that makes our business not relevant. Nigga, shut up. Talking in circles, okay? He talk in circles. I cannot take Marceau. So then Martel says that regardless if a person or if she, then he refers to Melody because that's who they were talking about, doesn't have a platform and knows what it takes to be successful with certain things or businesses rather. He says that I think that it's relevant for anybody to be on stage or even to get paid. Okay. And I agree with that. I never agree with Martel, but I agree when it comes to Melody. I agree. All right, so Martel then goes into confessional. He says that I don't like that he's trying to belittle her or her business ventures. He says if that's the case, that you wouldn't be relevant at all because the majority of what he's doing now is because of his relationship with us. He says if not, he'll be right back at that movie theater managing that mother effer. I was like, okay, all right. Tell us how you really feel there, Martel. So then Marceau, then it goes back to them sitting in Marceau or Martel's living room or somebody's living room because it ain't his. Marceau then says that people should be able to tell us about our failures as well as our successes, which he never does. He would talk about everything else, what he's doing, which would be a lie. We've never heard you talk anything about your failures. You ain't mentioned your bankruptcy until Melody brought it up. But let's continue. Marceau says that tell me when you had a failure in business. He's asking Martel. Okay, told Martel, tell me when you've had a failure in business. You done took over the conversation and you want to make it about you. He says, and tell me when you made a bad business decision. He's asking Martel. Martel took this long pause, which I don't know why. Then he starts stuttering. He says, I don't know. Like, nigga, every business that you put your hands to have failed except Holt and Holt. And that's only because Melody was running it. So you gonna sit here and say that you don't know? He took a long pause like he had a lot to think about. You should have said shit, all of them. You don't need a long pause there. He asked you, tell me something. Let's go back. Tell me when you had a failure in business and you made a bad decision. That should have been flying out of your mouth like that. Okay. Let me help you with your list because I put one together for you, Martel. Okay. Since you took this long pause. Plane Ride to Canada book. Incest wine. Your suit line, okay, with the little short set that we still haven't seen coming to fruition because you're supposed to have 100K and you didn't have it. Your calendar went nowhere. We haven't heard nothing else about it, okay? You continue to fail your builder's license test all of 347 times. Messing up your marriage and losing $1 million business over a bum-ass, non-working, ignorant child-minded side chick like Ariane. Burn. Like, can we keep going? It's a whole lot of stuff that I can say in terms of you failing at business and just failing at life, period, okay? And the list goes on, okay? We don't need no big pause there because you have a whole lot of shit that you've done that's been a failure, Martel. You yourself is a failure. I mean, sorry, you as a father is a failure. Do I need to keep going? Everything that you put your hands to, your cookbook, I see y'all putting it in there. Everything that you put your hands to thus far is a failure. So the fact that you have this long pause says to me that you are in denial. Moving on. And I ain't talking about, yeah, let's keep going. Marceau then says that I have no problem speaking on my bankruptcy. Bitch, you do. Because whenever Melody brought it up, your whole facial expression, your disposition was giving, oh my God, did she just really bring up my bankruptcy? You didn't want her to bring that up because you were embarrassed about it, okay? You were embarrassed about it last episode when Melody told you that she had to file for bankruptcy because because Martel filed first and she wasn't going to have everything on her. But the fact that you filed was because your finances was effed up. She said you ain't divorced. You filed because your finances was effed up. So catch that. So Martel says, stop it. He says, at one point you did. All right. Now I got the clip for this because they're actually arguing back and forth and I want you guys to be able to hear it. So I'm going to play it for you guys because this shit here, OMG. All right. I got y'all to the point to where they're actually going to be arguing so y'all can hear it.
You can't recall the times you were down. You can't recall the times
bankruptcy is
not relevant to the audience. Hey, that's another reason why I would not allow you to speak on that stage and I wouldn't pay you. I don't want to act like I never failed because this person that may be failing might think that they're a failure when they don't know that failure is part of success.
So you just didn't think that Melody would talk about some of her trials and tribulations, things she went through and overcame?
I have never heard either one of you talk about your failures.
Well, I talk about it.
No, you talk about your failure in marriage.
Well, honestly, when Melody and I we were married, we didn't really have any failures. We always was on top. They wanted to be us. I mean, to be real about it. Take it back years ago. You know, we was in business.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we brought you.
Brought me into what business? General contracting.
You know, I'm talking. We started stove years ago.
But I don't.
Oh no, I'm just
talking the name of the business. You're not talking about the actual business we're in because that was property preservation.
Yeah,
not general contract.
100%.
We were friends when we started that, and the second you start itemizing what you did as friends. Now you have no choice but to feel ungrateful. The tone that Martel is taking with this conversation, it leads us back down a path, back down to an argument that we've had 1,000 times before. And the truth is, I'd much rather you said, hey man, I thought I was there for you in a time when you needed. But when we start adding this stuff up, the math just don't math. So you might want to just chill out on that. You know what I'm saying?
No, not when you wasn't grateful from the beginning. Or you did.
Martel, I wasn't grateful. Because I never considered it a gift.
Well, it wasn't a gift.
It was just, hey man, let's go into business.
No, it was not ever. Let's just go into business.
Fletch.
I didn't have to do that, Marceau. Do you understand?
You don't go in business unless it's a good business decision. If you thought I needed money, give me the money. But don't go into business with me, especially a business that's costly expensive. And I'm gonna tell you why. That Scots account was negative. Scots account was negative.
But why?
Because it was bad business.
We had conversations before I actually went into business with Marceau. From the beginning, I said I'm not gonna be out here working the way that you're going to work.
That's not true.
Oh, God damn.
That's not true. We didn't go into a business. Was the financial partner and I was the labor partner.
It's not true. No, let me continue.
We were 50-50 and everything.
Oh, okay, we were 50-50, but then you told me, Martel, listen, I'm running out of money, so I start putting in more money, and it's okay, though.
That's not true.
Damn. Listen,
that's not true.
I'm done talking about that. It's okay. I'm done talking about that.
Okay,
let's move on, because dude, put your pride aside. It's okay, dude.
No, you put your accuracy aside. You can't recall things.
Damn.
You get a job.
I'm telling you.
I didn't say, Martel, I'm running out of money.
You did.
What way did you help me? If you were out to help me, then why did I have to buy you out of the company?
You just got through saying just now that I called you and asked you if you needed money. I'll help you start a company.
Did you give me the money? Did you give me the money?
You said you didn't need it.
Because I didn't need it.
I've lended my hand to you.
Let me ask a question.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let me ask this question.
Where did the most money come from? Or y'all? Who gave you the most?
Did I give you the most or did you give me the most?
You haven't given me.
Goddamn.
You haven't given me.
You're a goddamn lie.
More so. What the have you given me?
Have you ever loaned me money?
Have I? You
Have I ever loaned you money?
So, from a job?
Have I ever loaned you money?
You never loaned me money. It was from a
true.
job that I did out there on the job site.
That's not true. That's not true.
More so.
It was after the job site too.
Dude.
No, sir. You paid me the money back.
Oh my gosh.
The money you gave me, you paid back. I have checks in from Martel to Marceau.
For a loan?
Yes.
And I don't remember that. I don't never remember you loaning me no. Only thing I know is me coming out there, putting my guys to work out on the job site, and that was it.
Martel's lying through the skin of his teeth about what he's done for me versus what I did for him. Martel was in a rough spot. I offered help. I didn't go around telling everybody. I didn't even tell Tisha. I'm like, Martel, you should hush. Yeah, bottom line is, dog, like, sitting back, like, ain't nobody ever did nothing for you.
No, it's okay. People do stuff for me. It's okay.
I'm sick of shit. Y'all shut up.
You guys will be going back and forth for the rest of the day. I just want to make sure that we're clear that, you know, what was said was said.
So you did a good job, but if that was the recap, then and Martel agrees with that, then, you know, I think me and you're going to have a long, healthy friendship. As we build.
Okay.
All right. I'm just starting by you to stop acting like a friend and not being a friend.
I invited you to bet on what?
You did. Yeah, you did.
I want to move forward with more so. Certain people, you know, you just don't know if the conversation is genuine, what their heart is, true friendship, all that kind of. You know, that's why I just keep my space with people, with certain people. But I'm gonna move forward no matter what.
Chris, I want you to know you're formally invited.
Can I bring the wife?
Please bring the wife.
Oh, okay.
And Martel, please bring your whole harem. please bring everybody that you can. Just bring the whole squad. We'll send a sprinter bus to you.
What y'all think about that? Boy, when I tell you some real stuff was about to fly out, I feel like Marceau probably was fronting some money to Martel to help him out when he was dealing real heavy with Coleslaw. I saw somebody put it in there. I was about to say that. When he was dealing with Coleslaw, because y'all know he was buying cars, he was paying rent and all that. He couldn't be pulling money from certain places for Melody to be knowing about it and to be fussing about it. So Marceau was kind of helping Martel behind the scenes on some stuff. I mean, even in terms of getting Ariana's car fixed, when her car broke down, Ariana was driving one of Tisha and them's cars. That's why he was saying I couldn't tell Tisha, because Tisha was watching everything. Tisha knew about Ariana. Tisha knew about Ariana because Marceau was helping Martel behind the scenes. When Martel couldn't be a certain place, Marceau would show up and do things for Ariana. That's why Ariana said, "Oh, I like Marceau. I don't have a problem with Marceau." That's why they were so friendly to where he would walk up and just hug Ariana, and to the point to where Martel would get mad and be like, "Hey man, like you don't need to hug her or whatever." Like they are just that tight with each other. He knew about what was going on with Martel and Ariana because he was helping him and moving money around from certain places to kind of help Martel cheat. And I believe that Martel was helping him in terms of doing things so that he wouldn't get in trouble with Tisha as well. It was kind of like a tit for tat. They were both helping each other do the same shit, pretty much. Pretty much. That's what was going on. Okay. It's crazy. I told y'all when Martel gets mad, he starts telling on him. Oh, he starts doing that. And it's so funny with Chris Fletcher sitting in the middle of them. Chris Fletcher was sitting there like damn Chris Fletcher was sitting there like Celia color purple. Y'all remember in the juke joint when they got to fighting and everybody throwing blows and she was just sitting there just looking like this while people was fighting. I was like, if you don't get your ass up out of there while they is carrying on, because you know Martel is a hothead. He just sat there kind of looking back and forth while these two just kind of going at it like that, like Celia color purple in the juke joint, child, chilling in the juke joint at night. But let's move on, child. I said these two right here. My God. Okay, next scene, child. We get to the end. Baby. That's what it gave me. Sitting up there like Celia color purple in the juke joint while they fighting. All right, so the next scene, honey. The next scene is Melody and Kiki where they meet up to catch up and talk to see what's up with Kiki and where her head is. Melody, of course, arrives first. Melody got on the little shorts, honey, with her heels on. Body was body. And I was like, Mel, you are serving the girls. You are coming through here. Her legs look great. Like she was serving. Mel was serving. I don't know where she got them damn shorts from, but they look good. Baby, I need to get them shorts. Okay. Caramel to get it. Well, not now because it's getting kind of cold, but Mel was serving in them shorts and them heels, baby. Okay, she was looking good. Martel, baby, you effed it up, sir. You effed it up. Ariane could never. That's why her ass trying to get back in the gym. And not to get off topic too much. You lost the real one. Mel was serving, sir. Ariane could never when it comes to Melody. Okay, that body was body. Them long legs, baby, with them heels, baby. Let's move on. And I ain't even like that. Don't nobody get a twisted. Caramel is strictly dickly over here. All right, so moving on, baby. Melody, like I said, got there first. She was waiting on Kiki. Of course, Kiki arrived kind of late, and Mel to the point to where Mel kind of said to her, "Okay, I ain't think you was gonna be here, girl. Like, what is it giving, child? What is it giving? Like, I ain't think you was coming. Okay." She said, "I didn't think you was gonna show up like you did at Tiffany's baby reveal, because y'all know she didn't show up for the baby reveal, child, because she was over there fake sick or whatever." So Kiki says that I was gonna come, but I just didn't feel well. Talking about the baby reveal for Tiffany, okay? I was like, girl, boy, you was not coming because you did not want to answer them questions about Home Depot, girl. But yeah, so I got a clip, child. So I got the clip for both of them. Let's go ahead and play it, child, so I can save my voice. Because we got some Chronicles in the morning. I don't want to be hoarse, y'all, because it's a lot of talking. Kimmy was doing a lot of talking over here, all right? Okay, so let's get to it. I got it. Okay.
I know she better be showing up. Absolutely. To the baby reveal. Oh my God. You know I wanted to come. I definitely wanted my face to be seen. I did. Most definitely. Are you sure about that? Because you and Tiffany, y'all be kind of. Oh, I would never beg that. I would never be so cowardice as to not show my face. So now, how you been doing? What's been going on? Just trying to keep it together. The last time we talked, oh my God, I was not feeling good at all. I was so sick. Unfortunately, it had happened a few times in the last. Told me. That you had been to the ER. Yeah. And so, I just went to the doctor yesterday to kind of check on that and make sure everything is going good. Unfortunately, before they can tell me anything, they have to run more tests. Okay. Now, how you been feeling lately? You look good. I want to assume that you've been feeling good. I have. Okay. Thank God. I have been feeling good. What you been up to? Enjoying life, living, traveling. And you know what? Kimmy did a little town hall meeting, girl, about the Black Expo. Everybody was kind of giving their advice and their input on what can make it better, what could have been done differently. The deepest thing in the room was the tension between Marcel and Stormy. I'm like, girl. Really? Yes, I walked in a little bit late, but when I walked in, it was like, oh, don't talk to me. If you got to talk to me, talk to my husband. He was like, well, Courtney, can you ask Stormy? And I'm like, I'm looking back and forth like, what is going on? I didn't know there was an intention between them. Now, I did hear about something happening at the expo. Stormy said that Marcel was being really cheap. That's probably where it came for $100. Yeah. That's what the tension is. I think for me, in my level of thinking, I just wouldn't think that two multimillionaires would have that kind of tension about $100. I don't think Stormy's problem was about the $100. I think it was about how he came at her. He came at her disrespectfully. Marcel, he can be very facetious. But he can think that you're dumb enough to not really understand or notice what it is that he's trying to say. Come on, dude. Don't play me. Don't try to play me. The Marcel, before a little taste of money and fame,
He was different. I'm just seeing a different side of him. Just this disregard for anyone else's thoughts and feelings.
That's
And
him.
he'll joke at other people's expense, but when the joke is on him, it's not so fun. You know, people don't like when the joke becomes on them. Right.
Well, are you and Tisha at least in a better place?
I thought so. But lately, it just kind of seems like we've been moving backwards.
Why you say that?
We get the lights up, guys. We only have
Girl, it's some
495
stuff
lights
going
with 802 in the building.
There's rumors that Marceau and had an affair. Evidently, one night, this other girl went out to the club. And supposedly, Marceau was there. And the two of them hooked up with Marceau and had a threesome.
Woo, child. See, Kiki, that's the reason why she's on the show, baby. Because ain't nobody else gonna tell that kind of tea but her. Baby, when I tell you she was spilling tea, so baby girl, I got a 3rd-degree burn on my leg, baby. I burnt my leg on that tea, baby. Do you hear me? Tea was spilling everywhere. Yes, God, it was. Ooh, y'all. Did y'all hear that? She said that Marceau was at a club, honey. And then he hooked up with 2 girls, baby, and they went and had a whole threesome. I keep telling y'all, and Carlos King confirmed it. Carlos said that majority of people on reality shows, they have open marriages. I believe that Tisha knows that Marceau be out there doing what he wants to do because I don't feel like she can fully satisfy him. So I think she allowed him to do what he do as long as she know about it. And I said it right here, and I say allegedly just because I like to be cute. But I feel like she allowed him to do what he do. Okay, and it makes her mad when other people say something about it because she don't like to own up to the fact. She don't like the idea of it. But I think Tisha would never leave Marceau. But I think deep down she cannot please him, just like she can't be sexy for him, and he knows that. So he seeks that in other places. Marceau is a freak. Tisha is not. Her freak level is not high enough for him. So that is why he be in them streets looking for women who can match his freak level. Tisha don't. Tisha is a stay-at-home mom. Tisha is so focused on her children and so focused on herself. Tisha is self-centered, and she's so focused on being jealous of other women until she does not focus that attention on pleasing her husband. Now, I feel like he has love for her because they've been together for a long time and they have children. But at the end of the day, I feel like Marceau is going to do what Marceau wants to do, and I feel like Tisha is going to allow him to do that, and they just going to stay together and never break up because, 1, she don't want that scrutiny of somebody saying, I told you so, and 2, she don't want the embarrassment of her marriage not making it because you talk so much shit about Melody and Martel not making it. So at the end of the day, you're going to stay in it and be miserable, and he going to continue to run around and do what he do. Just like the makeup artist Jasmine, when it was said that they were out there in the little boom boom room down there at back. I believe it. Just like I believe that it went further than just a picture in your phone at last reunion when he said a nice midday work surprise. Women, we don't just send men pictures like that unless there's something going on there. I'm just saying. We don't just send pictures just all willy-nilly like that unless something else is going on there. I believe he done tapped that. I believe he was reminiscing about what was going on with this girl. I believe she was missing him at that point, and she was happy to send that picture. And he probably has more other inappropriate pictures of said woman in his phone. That's just the one that you got to see, Tisha. And I think he got a second phone that Tisha don't know about, where he got holes in different area codes that be hitting him up as well. But Tisha don't believe that because she's so damn gullible and stupid. And that's why she don't like Kiki, because Kiki put her shit out there. And that's the one thing that they don't like about Kiki. And that's what you can't say about. You can say whatever you want to say about Kiki. She use pills. She do this, and this. But what Kiki does have is the real true Hollywood story on your ass. Okay. And you don't like that, Tisha. Tisha don't like nobody telling her shit. She don't like nobody telling her shit, but she be real quick to talk about somebody else's stuff. But just like her mama. Just like her mama, as long as Tisha is telling somebody else shit and they hit her back with, oh, we heard Marceau was out in these streets. Even though she knows he's out there, she don't want nobody talking about that shit because it embarrasses her. It makes her feel like she's not enough for her husband because in her mind, she's conditioned herself to feel like she's the shit and that she pleases her husband. She sit in interviews just like she did with Shea Ministries and said, oh, we have a long marriage. We've been married for so long, for 18 years. Oh, I set my alarm so I can wake up and please him. Well, bitch, if you got to set your alarm to please your husband, it should already be, you don't have to set no alarm to do that. It should be automatic. It should be spontaneous. Okay. It should be spontaneous, baby. Wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. You already know what it is. I ain't got to have no alarm. I have an enter alarm in my body, baby. When I know it's time to do what I need to do for mine, I ain't fuck an alarm, okay? Fuck that alarm. I don't need it. I don't need it. And that's why he do what he do. Marceau don't respect you. He don't respect you in business. He don't respect you as your wife, as his wife, and he don't respect you to be sexy for him and give him what he needs, because he know you ain't got it. But he gonna stay with you because y'all got them kids. But the real gag is when they grow up and they're able to move out, because that son is already 16. All right, you got 2 more in the house, and when they get old enough to get the hell up out of there, he gonna be right out the door behind them. All right, moving on. That was the end of the episode. Okay. That was the end of the episode. I'm gonna give you guys some highlights on what's going to happen next. First, let me go ahead and rate this episode. I think the episode to me was boring, except for when it got to the exchange between Marceau and Martel, okay, about this whole back and forth. All right, so I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6 because it was boring. I feel like they could have kept Kimmy out of this entire episode because we're sick of them. I don't feel like she brings anything to the show. The fans and everybody else have been saying, they've been saying it online. Carlos, I know you've seen it, that they are tired of Kimmy and Maurice's storyline, that is very lackluster and boring. You need to switch it up and or take their asses up off the show, switch them out for someone else. There's too many Scots on the show anyway. I would like to see another couple who really is or who really does exhibit black business, okay, who are really successful, not these fake ass frauds that you guys are showing us every Saturday at 8 p.m. on the OWN network. But let's talk about what's coming up next. Next episode will be the infamous drink thrown in the face for Tisha, okay? So the next episode is Tisha and Marceau, where they're going to be discussing Bet on Black, the Bet on Black event being shut down because the city, like I said, shut it down because they believed that they were gambling at said event. All right. Marceau, of course, he's wearing another black t-shirt whenever he liked to talk shit about Melody and her Millimeters t-shirt. We've seen him in several black t-shirts this season. He's promoting black. He's promoting black through his t-shirts. You talked about Mel and her Millimeter t-shirts. Now here he is in another scene, in another episode with a black t-shirt. I'm starting to think that's maybe all you have, in addition to them distressed jeans that you wear with every single outfit as well. He got them one pair of jeans that he wear, and now all we're seeing you wear is black t-shirts with black across the front. Goodbye, Marceau. Ain't nobody checking for black, okay? Because from my understanding, don't be but 3 to maybe 5 customers up in that bitch anyway. How y'all keeping the lights on is beyond me. Moving on. Now, at Kimmy's house, there's going to be a barbecue that she and Maurice are throwing for everyone. All of the cast will be there, including Melody. I did see her there. Courtney actually is going to drop Stormy off because he said he does not want to be there to be around Marceau. Maurice then sees Stormy there without Courtney and asks, where's Courtney? Is Courtney coming? Stormy, she says, no, he's not coming, that he does not really want to be around Marceau like that, honey. Stormy is sitting there, child, with her Rick James party all the time, curly wig on. I'm about sick of that damn wig, baby. Please throw it and get on the highway, drive 85 miles per hour and throw that bitch out the window. I'm sick and tired of seeing that wig, Stormy, okay? I'm tired of seeing that party all the time, curly wig that you keep wearing. That's not giving, and it don't give me what it needs to be given. All right, moving on now. Kiki, honey, goes off on Tisha, okay? This is going to be the best part of the episode. I think this is why, and I've seen few other content creators say that this is really why they're watching this season, is because of the drink being thrown in Tisha's face. I gotta admit, I'm excited about this next episode. Okay, not that I promote violence, but I'm here for it. Okay, all right, Tisha needs that, baby. She needs something to wake her ass up. So Kiki goes off on Tisha and says, "Be mad, get glad, scratch your ass. I don't give a damn." And that's when she hits the cup and all the drink splashes all over Tisha. Okay. I'm talking about a big ass splash to where Tisha goes like she's gasping for air. And I was just like, oh snap. They were talking about the infamous Marceau cheating. That's what Kiki was talking about to Stormy, which was sitting right beside her. And Marceau then whispers, because they put the caption up, Marceau then whispers, we're not going to discuss that. And Tisha kind of mumbles something back to him. So Tisha knows about this situation, but she doesn't want to talk about it publicly like I just said. She knows that there are rumors about Marceau cheating and that Kiki brought it up, but Tisha don't want to talk about it. And Kiki was just like, you're not going to shut me up and I'm still going to talk about it. So be mad. She said, be mad, get glad. I don't care. Scratch your ass. Boom. Threw the drink on her ass. And everybody's just like, oh my God. So then Kiki jumps up from the table. Tisha, she jumps up to go run inside, which we already expected that shit. Marceau then jumps up like the moist biatch that he is. And he starts yelling, call the police, call the police. I was just like, really, call the police? This is between two women. Like, you scared or what? So then Kiki's husband kind of gets up and runs towards Marcel, causing him to back up and kind of back down. Tisha is going inside with drink all over her face, child. And then she starts yelling at Kiki, talking about she needs to go, she needs to go. And I was just like, Tisha, no, you need to go, because now your ratchet ass is looking like your ass was just baptized, honey, with a good old glass of Casamigos, because you're sitting over there talking shit under your breath, and that's what you get. Okay, you can talk all that shit you want to everybody else, but Kiki don't play that shit. Kiki look like she don't take that mess. And they don't like Kiki because she's so real and she know they mess. But Tisha was getting her ass up out of there. Tisha was not sticking around. Tisha is a lot of mouth. Like, you done been offered twice on the show to get active. Like, didn't Stormy tell you get active? You didn't get active. And now Kiki done challenged your ass and threw that drink on you. And the first thing that you did was hightail it right on up out the door. Probably to go call her mama. I think she went to go call Wanda. Because it was no coincidence to me that when this situation happened, and I remember when it was all over social media that a drink was thrown on Tisha, Wanda hopped her ass on social media on her YouTube page, and she was talking about it, and she was talking shit about Kiki, telling family secrets. She was dragging Kiki about Kiki throwing this drink on Tisha, and then she tried to turn around and say, oh, they done made up and they cool now, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, you throw a drink in my face, we ain't friends no more. I don't give a damn if we family or not. If you throw a drink in my face, that's the utmost disrespect. That's like spitting on me, bitch. And you probably gonna get them hands after that too. And you ain't gonna have no bangs no more after that either. But anyway, that is it, and that is all. So that is what's gonna happen for next episode. That is all for this review as well. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I try to make it very interesting so you guys can get a nice laugh and a gag out this review. Okay, but that is it. I will see you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. I already got my show together, so I can go downstairs and cut my ceiling fan on and be grown and do what I gotta do and go to bed. All right. Yes, honey. Happy Sunday to all of you. Thank you guys for joining the show. No, you ain't having no bangs after that. You throw drink in my face, bitch. As long as it take me to get my damn hair, do my damn hair over here, baby. Throw some drink in my face. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be the problem. It's gonna be some nuck if you buck. All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Moss, for doing such an awesome job. Thank you for all the super chats that you guys have given also to support the channel. I appreciate it. We had over 800 and something in the building. We have 745 with 542 likes. Let's get the likes up if you can. If you didn't hit it on the way in, it's no problem. You can do it on your way out. Okay. Thank you guys so much for supporting. See you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. We had, I think I saw 2 content creators. It's Chrissy time. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Show her some love. And I think I saw T-Talk with your girl. Shout out to you, ma'am, as well for being here. I appreciate you coming over to support as well. Okay. If we had any other content creators that I did not mention, thank you guys for being here. Go ahead and put your name up in the chat. I'll be happy to shout you out because I do appreciate you guys coming over and supporting the channel. Okay. Love you guys all the way that way, and goodbye. See you guys in the morning. Bye.